Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Tank Commander Plays GHPC, another live. I know, finally. Let's see. Guy from Germany. Don't worry, man. Manuel Golderer. I am in Poland right now. I do like Poland. Not as good as Texas, but still. So what do you guys want to see first? We got Ruined Regiment. Crossroads screen. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Nice quick warm up. Appreciate you for telling me that. Is that about right? There's a delay on the chat, so sorry, gentlemen. Start off with the... Oh, it's fucking raining. That's always great. Which means the rangefinder doesn't work.
Gunner ready, Sabo loaded. Gunner ready, Sabo index.
Oh, rain makes this useless.
Gunner, Sabo tag. Reverse left, on. Target lost.
There we go. Don't worry, it's always raining in Poland too.
Gunner, Sabo tag! Identified! On the way! Target lost!
Alright, we'll do a little bit on the move.
Gunner, Sabo PC! Reverse right! On! Identified! Fire, fire! On the way! Target! Cease fire! Gunner EPC! On! Identified! Fire!
About
On the
there.
way, over! Re-engage! Target lost!
Oh, I gotta love how I can't see anything. There we go. Alright, let's see when this stabilizer falls apart.
Gunner EPC! Target lost! Gunner, Sabo tag! Re-engage! On the way, over! Re-engage! Hit him now! Wait! Target! Re-engage! Cease fire!
Okay, decent warm-up. Alright, so what do we want to see? What do y'all want to see today? That's my question. T-64R, not in a mission, but I generally don't play Soviet junk. Leo, okay. Table salt to 2 at night. Gentlemen, here we go. Have some fun. Well, you guys are going to watch me be miserable using the Leo with APDS rather than Sabo. Sorry, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, you're not coming with me right now. Thank God it's not raining. Oh, objective cougar. Oh God, this useless thing.
MG, Schützen, Sie verloren. MG, Achtung, Schützen, Panzergranate. Achtung, Schützenpanzer, Schützen, Sie verloren. Panzergranate, geladen, Schützenpanzer, Ziel erkannt, Feuer. MG, Schützen, Sie verloren. MG, geladen. Nach links. Neues Ziel. Hohlladungsgranate. Schützenpanzer. Ziel erkannt.
What?
Achtung. Schuss. Treffer. Dasselbe Ziel. Treffer. Treffer. Ziel verloren. Geladen. MG. Pack. Nach rechts. Achtung. Treffer. Neues Ziel. Feuer einstellen. Geladen. MG, Schützen, Ziel verloren. MG, Schützen, Ziel verloren.
Come on, guys, stay down. Okay, fine, I'll bring Tweedledee with me. Alright, well, they're attacking that direction.
MG, Schützen, Achtung, neues Ziel. MG, neues Ziel. Feuer einstellen. MG, Schützen, nach rechts. Ziel erkannt. Neues Ziel. MG, Schützen, Ziel erkannt. MG, Schützen, Ziel erkannt. Achtung, neues Ziel. MG, Schützen, nach links. Neues Ziel. MG, Schützen, Ziel erkannt. Feuer, Ziel verloren. MG, Schützen, nach links. Feuer einstellen. MG, Schützen, Ziel verloren. MG, Ziel verloren.
Come on.
MG, Schützen, Achtung, nach rechts. Ziel erkannt, Feuer. Achtung, Ziel, dasselbe Ziel. MG,
Oh, man. Whoops. Messed that up. But I won't mess this up.
wir schossen. Geladen. MG, Schützen, nach links. Ziel verloren. Geladen.
Tweedledee survived, but I didn't.
Panzergranate! Panzer! Ziel erkannt! Schuss!
Of course. I made that mistake. That's my fault.
Granate!
Ow! Definitely not being very good. That is my bad.
MG! Schützen! Ziel verloren! Panzergranate! MG! Schützen! Neues Ziel! Ziel verloren! Geladen! Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Treffer! Neues Ziel! Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Geladen! Achtung! Wir schossen! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! Geladen!
It was not very smart of me and very, poor. Playing the game.
Geladen!
Alright, that one's burning. Yes, I have finally started streaming because I realized some people would like to see that. The question about the Chieftain in the M1E3 video. That is a very good question for you to ask. An exceptional one, to be honest. So there's one thing that people, was it the, not done, well, people didn't realize how much it meant. Need to try and stop talking.
MG! Schützen! Nach links! MG! Schützen! Wiederkannt! Achtung! Tief! Selbes Ziel! Ziel verloren! MG! Geladen! Zu tief! Dasselbe Ziel! Ziel verloren! MG! Zu tief! Achtung! Dasselbe Ziel!
So I still stand, okay, my bad. Back to the M1E3. So I still stand on what I said about it.
Schützen! Ziel verloren!
In fact, I think I've made it, my conclusion's a little bit worse now.
Schützen! Nach rechts! Achtung! Verfehlt! Ziel verloren!
I think the M1A3 is going to be another MBT-70
Schützen! Nach links!
slash XM803 fuck up.
Achtung, zu hoch! Selbes Ziel! Neues Ziel! MG.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
MG. Schützen. Nach links. Ziel erkannt. Feuerachtung hoch. Feuer einstellen. MG, schützen! Nach links! Ziel verloren!
Now, the reason why is they're probably going to add so much crap to it that it doesn't do anything.
MG, schützen! Nach rechts! Ziel verloren!
But the thing that... Oh, we have tanks. Shit.
MG, schützen! Feuer einstellen!
So, the colonel said that the M256 is very lethal in Ukraine. That is a very, very interesting choice of words to use. Because that, and was it, we gave them M1A1 essays, and the software on the M1A1 essays only support up to MA29 or Alpha 3. They do not support Alpha 4. Not that we would give them our best stuff. The ammunition allocation, and by my guess, for the M1s that we gave them.
MG, Ziel verloren! MG, schützen! Nach rechts! Ziel erkannt! Panzergranate! Panzer! Ziel erkannt! Feuer! Achtung, Treffer! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! MG, geladen! Schützen! Nach links! Ziel verloren! Panzergranate! Panzer! Ziel erkannt! Schuss!
Gotta make sure I'm far enough away.
Neues Ziel!
Pause.
Panzergranate! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! Geladen!
Come on, D-72s, where are you hiding? Oh, they're already burning.
MG, schützen! Ziel erkannt! Achtung, Ziel! Ziel verloren! Erschossen! Geladen! Geladen! MG, schützen! Geladen! Ziel verloren! MG, hoch! Neues Ziel! MG, Ziel verloren!
Come on.
Geladen!
Correct, but with the fact that he's so they're all right. My mistake. Trying to play the game and talk at the same time. That's not very easy for me to do. All right, so with because we have no information on how good or bad the M1 is really doing from a lethality standpoint.
MG, schützen! Nach rechts! Ziel erkannt! Dasselbe Ziel! Neues Ziel! MG! MG! Schützen! Tief! Dasselbe Ziel! Achtung! Tief! Dasselbe Ziel! Tief! Dasselbe Ziel!
Oh, it's short as hell.
Ziel! Feuer einstellen! MG! Schützen! Ziel erkannt! Ziel! Feuer einstellen! Geladen!
Yeah, but we don't know what the ammo loadout is. That's the thing. So we have to speculate. So either they gave me MA-29R Alpha 3 or MA-29R Alpha 4. It doesn't really matter what kind of what is it? It doesn't matter what kind of Sabo, the fact that he said it's very lethal.
Vorladungsgranate! Panzer! Achtung! Treffer! Dasselbe Ziel! Feuer! Geladen! Treffer! Dasselbe Ziel! Getroffen! Schuss! Treffer! Ziel verloren! Vorladungsgranate! Panzer! Achtung! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! Geladen!
It doesn't, okay, my bad. So it doesn't necessarily matter what kind of Sabo that we sent him. It matters is the fact that the Colonel said the ammunition is very lethal. Oh, we got more Leos.
MG! Schützen! Ziel erkannt! MG! Schützen! Ziel erkannt! MG! Schützen! Achtung! Hoch! MG! Tief! Ziel verloren! MG! Ziel verloren!
Alright, so my bad, I'm gonna stop playing for a second so I can actually answer the question. Okay, with the Colonel saying that the ammunition that we have is very lethal, that is a dead giveaway of how good our ammo is. Doesn't matter what it is. In fact, we're still sticking with the M256. Good idea in my opinion from a logistics standpoint. The external, what is it? Oh, we have a little RPG guy. I don't like you.
Geladen! Erschossen!
Oh, damn it. With him giving away that the external suspension I mean, you either have hydrogas or Belleville washers, or some sort of vertical volute or horizontal volute, which those don't work. The good thing is that GD's not doing the software. That I know that probably doesn't mean that much to you guys, but being on the other side of it, dealing with said software is not fun.
Nach links. Ziel verloren.
So the software change is a good idea. Didn't really say all that much, to be honest. That was right.
Geladen. 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 Geschossen. Geladen.
Which means the only infantry left is this line of them over here.
MG. Achtung. Tief. Ziel verloren. MG. Verfehlt. Ziel verloren. Geladen. Geladen. Achtung. Treffer. Achtung. Neues Ziel. Ziel verloren. Geladen. MG. Schützen. Ziel verloren.
Why don't these guys just die? Alright, so, okay, Mr. Mythology, going over the electric drive for the turret. So the main reason why the Germans, in talking with Rheinmetall engineers, went to the electric drive on their turrets was because of the change from the L-44 to the L-55. Because the L-55 is an additional 1.3 meters longer, which means it's that much harder to stabilize. Use illumination. I can't see. But anyway, the main reason why the Germans did it is for the elevation of the main gun. It's easier to just change the what is it? The amount of power going to the elevation mechanism.
MG. Achtung. Widerstand. Ziel verloren.
Okay, so those guys are dead, finally. Will these guys be dead yet? And the other reason why the Germans, when they went to the L-55, they changed electric drive is it's safer for the crew. That's a 100% fact, because now you don't have hydraulics potentially bursting open when it receives a hit, or poor maintenance, which all military vehicles have. I don't care what anyone says. All Army vehicles, doesn't matter which Army, has very poor maintenance when it comes to their mobile divisions. So aircraft, no, they're not. They can't have poor maintenance. But tanks, IFVs, PCs, yeah, they're gonna have very poor maintenance. Where are these little bastards? Okay, and the reason why the excuse me, the DoD has not switched over from the hydraulic to electric drive is in the early 2000s they did a test and they found the hydraulics to be more accurate. Hell are these guys? And all right, I'm gonna call it enough for this one. So the Germans considered the electric drive to be safer, and the Americans, when we did it in the early 2000s, we considered the hydraulics to be more accurate. Will we ever change to electric? Probably. I can easily see with the M1E3 of us swapping entirely over to electric. I could easily see that. But again, I think the M1E3 is going to be another MBT-70, to where the cost is going to balloon out of control, and we're no longer going to have a replacement for the V3. I honestly think that the V3 correction. I think that the SEP V4 will be bought anyway, because the Army's going to go, hey, we need a tank now, not in 900 years, and they'll just buy the SEP 4. Another thing that people misconstrue, and that's to do with the weight of the M1. So while, yes, the V2 does weigh 70 tons fully combat loaded, the V3 is only 2 tons heavier, and that's mostly due to armor, because the armor package has changed. That's the first thing. When you guys see the 81 on the front, like, you know, circle on the front of the front slope for a V3, that's taking into account the ERA on the side of the hull, the trophy, There is a belly plate that's part of Tusk that goes underneath the bottom of the tank. The slat armor on the back. Possibly the CSAM, the 50 caliber coax on top of the main gun. Was it coax? Or counter sniper anti-material mount. Splitting hairs in accuracy. Well, the thing is that all I can find is that the Americans found, or the DoD found, the hydraulics to be more accurate. How much more accurate? I have no idea. There is not a single thing about it. But then, so this is not a mark against anything that could be. All right, this is a mark against anything trying to be put out to the fleet for anything United States Army is logistics. Or any military, so to speak. Logistics is the #1 killer of everything. Fuel, food, parts, ammo. It's the number. If a tank don't have parts, it don't run. That's just how it goes. With that being said, going from a hydraulic traverse to electric traverse, it is safer, and if they can make it at the same accuracy standard or better, I see no problem with it. The only issue is the cost, because the difference between Germans, the Brits, and anyone else building tanks is they're building 100, 200 tanks. So you can have the cost per vehicle be more, but it doesn't really affect them all that much. Versus in the U.S. Army, I believe we have around 1,500, not 1,500 tanks. So that's SEP2s, SEP3s, not including any of the tanks in war stock, which could easily make that number 3,000. But no one really knows how many. We know where they are, but we don't know precisely how many vehicles are in the war stock fleet. Hopefully that answers your question a bit more, because I think it's more on the logistics side from a cost perspective than it is being safety. Base M60A1 on which mission? Well, in that case, we're going to be using it. Make it even dumber. Oh dear God, this thing sucks. I've done it several times, but now with this turd, and with M392. Oh no, not swapping out the Bradley for 113. No. I'm already outgunned enough as it is. I don't need to add things to the list. I'm going up against T80s and BMP2s. No. Yeah, I think the M1A3 is going to be electric drive, considering the hybrid electric drive for the entire drivetrain, which means there's going to be more than enough electrical power. But I still think the M1A3 is going to be an MBT-70, another MBT-70. What? Oh, really? Ooh, that guy got smoked.
On the way. Travelers, wait. Travelers, wait. On the way. Travelers, wait. Identified. Shoot. On the way. GHPC. Target. Everybody good? Get the next one. On the way. Everybody good? Evacuate.
Oh, I messed that up. Forgot to change out the infantry. One lucky Bradley, and it still died. Okay, so back to the M1A3 while we're waiting to get into the next engagement spot. Is really it's against autoloaders. And it's not for the reason you think. So the main reason why I'm against autoloaders is everything that you add to a tank, doesn't matter what it is, means it's going to break. We could have this autoloader cycle 1,000,000 rounds between breakages. That's in testing, and then once it comes to production tanks, that's not going to be the case. Unfortunately. So while we think, oh yeah, the autoloader is going to work, I very much doubt that. And again, I don't want it to fail. I think it will fail due to cost. And also because probably the soldiers are going to hate it. And the reason why I think the soldiers are going to hate it is they're going to be sitting inside of this, sitting next to each other constantly. That's the part that I think everyone's going to hate it. Well, I'd have to disagree with you on the autoloaders, because that is a major problem for a lot of tanks in Ukraine. Alright, that one's burning. Oh! It's not a mark against the autoloader itself, so to speak. It's a mark against how reliable it's going to be down the road. So at first it might be reliable as hell. Once you hand it off to privates, it's probably just going to break. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's just so nucleus. That's what I've heard about the. It's not that they're not reliable. It's just that they break. As I said before, everything on a tank breaks.
Gunner, table, PC, target, take fire.
And once it breaks, now the tank is dead because.
Gunner, table, PC, target, take fire.
Anyway, so once the autoloader breaks, now you're waiting on parts, and now a tank's dead. Just because the autoloader doesn't work. You can't physically load rounds manually. I mean, you can, but not to the same extent. I'm just going to say the M1, because I know the M1 fairly well. If the ammo door were to break, like, or not necessarily break, stop opening and closing like it's supposed to, you can manually open it and then lock it open. It's not safe to do that at all during a combat scenario, but if that's all you got, that's all you got. Not human proof. The military term would be private pile proof, because privates are amazing at breaking things. I've seen privates, privates being brand new drivers break torsion bars, road wheel arms, track adjusting links, the idler arms, somehow break sprockets. I don't know how you do that, but I've seen it. I've seen people destroy 50 cals, broken M4s. Completely forget someone dropped one of their M9s. The previous service pistol that tankers were issued. I've seen people turn those into a bunch of junk. The semi-auto system, like, I'm not against change. To me, we should be using technology to make the tanks more reliable and make them easier to maintain. Because I'm just going to say this FV2 because I know it a little bit better than the V3. The main fire control computer for it is like 70 fucking pounds for some damn reason. And it has a processing power of, I think an iPhone could probably has enough processing power to do the entire fire control system on an M1A2. I think the only ones that have a semi-auto system is the Israelis with their Merkava, where you tell it what round you want, then it spits that round out for the loader to throw on the main gun. That's probably the safest way. But again, we run into the issue of that probably costs a lot to do that, and the United States military is a bunch of cheap bastards. Despite them having the biggest budget, they're still really cheap because they got to pay for 1,500 tanks. At the end of the day, it's all about money. It's like why the track adjusting link on the M1 is still grease, while a lot of other countries you can adjust the track tension from inside the driver's hole. An advanced calculator. Oh, you're not wrong about weight. Again, I'm not against improving the tank or using technology to make it better. We got this one line. Nope. Oh, dear God. I hate you guys for this one. Nope. That one went kaboom. There's another kaboom. on.
Gunner team on the way. Target. Ceasefire. Gunner table PC. Identified. Target. Re-engage. Heat up. On the way. He's looking at us. Next target. Gunner GHPC. Traverse left. Launch. Identified. Target lost. Gunner GHPC. Launch. Identified. Fire. God damn! Target lost!
I need to get in the tree line.
Identified! PC! On the way! Target! He's looking at us!
Yeah, I'm not moving up to that BP. Let me finish this scenario first, and then where are you drifting?
Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Nach links! Ziel erkannt! Feuer! Achtung! Treffer! Achtung! Feuer einstellen!
Hold on, let me I gotta. Okay, so Nucleus, why develop a whole new vehicle when the M1 works just fine? It's mostly just too heavy and a little too fuel hungry. Okay, so the heavy aspect I can understand. However, the fuel hungry, well, the problem was saying that the M1 is really fuel hungry when compared to a modern diesel. Well, no shit. That's kind of obvious, because you're comparing the Honeywell / Lycoming automotive gas turbine 1500 was designed in the late 60s, early 70s. And that design hasn't really changed all that much. Like, its basic design, it's still the same from the 70s. And so comparing a 1970s diesel to a 1970s turbine is a very fair comparison. Comparing a 70s turbine to a modern diesel is not a fair comparison. That's like comparing a 1970 small block Chevy LT1 350 to a, was it that dual overhead cam 5.4 liter Corvette engine from like a year or so ago. The power each of them makes is entirely different. Of course the modern engine's better. Of course the modern diesel is going to beat a turbine designed in the 70s. Now we bring it back to modern turbine versus modern diesel, I still think the turbine is better. And the reason why is cold start performance. Turbines care less about the cold than diesels do. That's number one. I'll get to your other questions. Just give me a second. If you compare a modern diesel to a modern turbine, you're in the same thing as the 70s. The turbine wins again. I know General Electric designed a new engine for the Abrams, and there's a report out there. It's the General Electric LV100-5. And it's reported, quote unquote, to be 30% more fuel efficient while driving and 50% more fuel efficient idle. That's quoted. While there is a study out there, you guys can type in GELV 100-5 and it will pop up. I think those percents are in reality are probably cut in half. Okay. Okay, right. On to a new power pack. So the new power pack, I think that's an improvement. I honestly think hybrid electric drive is the next step for tanks. I really do. Oh, come on, bitch, turn. And it's not because again, against technology, I'm against improving I'm for improving the tank. I think that the hybrid electric is the next step because with a electric motor you have instant torque, which is where diesels and turbines fall flat on their face. Is right off is like a diesel hybrid electric drive. I'm all for it. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, onto the power pack for the E3. So the power pack doesn't really save any weight. And I know that's going to be, like, from an engine and transmission standpoint, they don't save any weight. They really don't. The reason why, the AGT 1500 is approximately 2,500 pounds, which is pretty surprising. It produces 1,500 horsepower. The Caterpillar C13 seen in the pictures, those weigh about 2,600 pounds. That's just the engines. The transmission, we don't really know how much that weighs, but considering its size, it probably weighs similar to what the Allison transmission Excellent 100-3B whatever, because I know the V3 has a different version of it. Where the weight savings will be, though, is in the air filters, because you're going to get rid of that giant air filter box now. The torsion bars, since those are no longer there. I know they can get the weight down, but they got to do a lot of cutting, and I only think they're going to be able to cut so much. Because, and here's why, if you remove all the armor from the turret to save a whole bunch of weight, nothing wrong with that, but now you basically have a tank destroyer to where if you take a, how do I put it, a light, if a 30 millimeter from a Bushmaster or a Martyr or Puma or whatever it is can now penetrate that turret, now you just had your tank taken out by a PC, all because you wanted to save weight. And then also how they have the, and the other, again, coming back to cost and logistics, with the current setup on the M1E3, you can't actually mount a mine plow or a mine roller because it immediately blocks those cameras. The reason why I don't like having a crew in the hull is from a situational awareness standpoint. Every single time that, well, not every single time, I've been up for a while, cut me a little slack. Okay, so with having the tank commander, I'm just gonna say, hey, the M1's a autoloader now, 3-man crew. TC in the turret, gunner in the turret, driver down in the hull. Versus crew in the hull. The tank commander will have better situational awareness, significantly more so than the crew in the hull when he's outside of the TC's hatch on top of the turret, because he's up, he can see a little bit better. Alright, so am I wrong thinking that the Abrams isn't really upgradable anymore and developing a whole new tank would genuinely be better? So, you're right and you're wrong. Again, it comes down to cost. Is it really worth it to develop a whole new tank where the M1 is awesome? Like, there's nothing really, there's no real shortcomings in the M1 other than it's fuel hungry, which can be solved with a new turbine engine, and it doesn't have a good high explosive round for its main gun, which the amp round is supposed to fix, unless okay, I understand with compared to the M1, I feel new tank would better. I do agree to a point. But really the only problems with the M1, it is still able to be upgraded. It's just trying to change anything inside the M1 is really hard. An example of that is the dome lights. The dome lights have not changed since 1979, 1980. The dome lights are still old school incandescent bulbs. That's just a dome light. We should be able to change it, but the Army won't. Honeywell has designed a new mechanical fuel pump for the engine, but the Army won't buy it until they run out of the old stock of all the old fuel pumps for the engine. And again, it comes down to costs and logistics. Is it worth it changing out all this stuff? Possibly yes, possibly no. A new tank might. You say, I feel no one really knows for sure if a new tank would be worth designing because of the cost. Again, MBT-70, XM803. Both of those were canceled because of cost overruns. And we kept having the M60 carry on way longer than it should have. Like, we knew the M60 was outdated by, was that, the late 60s? Like, what the arm... So here's another thing that a lot of people don't think of on anything in life. Doesn't matter what it is. Everything is a trade-off. Everything is a compromise. You can't have everything. Alright, I'll go to the tutorials to show you what I mean. Showcase. Do day-night. Please don't be raining. Okay, to have everything you want in a tank is almost impossible. Because let's say you want a tank that's good for urban combat, which means you want rate of fire, a great HE round, a lot of coax, a lot of ammo, a whole bunch of stuff. Well, the problem with the 120 in that case is the ammunition's not really that great against buildings and anti-infantry. Yes, but so regardless of what, if doing something sooner rather than later is better. Well, it's like the chicken or the egg thing. We always try to design everything for the last war. Ah, the K2. That's a good question. So in talking with some of the Polish soldiers, so I only got to see one like shoot at a tank range here in Poland. And talking with the Polish tankers, ironically, they love their M1A1s. And I knew that they would. Okay, on the subject of having everything you want. Let's see. Alright. So we see on here. Just fire that up in the sky. So we have a great HE round. Come on. The Polish don't like the K2. They don't. The only reason why... So, what many people gloss over is the politicking side of tanks. Or anything military related. So, Poland wanted to build M1s. Like, full on, had their own production line. But they fucked up. And they fucked up the ability to get the license. So that's where they fucked that up. And because they wanted to build their own tanks in Poland, which, hey, I have no problem with. All power to you, man. Go for it. However, they fucked themselves over on the M1. So, they can build K2s in Poland. So the first was they're going to buy, or they're going to have 1,000 K2s. They're only buying the first 200. They're building the last 800. Anyway, on to a good HE round, which the M1 does not have currently. So, yeah, that's what, 400? Let's watch over to the coax. Yeah, it's 400. And I'll swap over to M1 IP. Okay. The reason why I immediately swapped to this is we can see a good HE round, which the, what was it, M456 isn't. So we can see on here, boom, we only have fragments flying out forwards versus the heat round, which throws fragments everywhere and kills a lot of things. So that's the one thing the M1 is lacking. The other one that the M1 is lacking is a good an alternative for an expending a main gun round. So in M1, M1A1 or M1A2, doesn't matter which really, they both only carry 42 main gun rounds. Which, if You guys were to look up the history of the M26 Pershing. The original reason why it was rejected from the European Theater of Operations, oh fuck, it's raining, is due to not being able to have, at minimum, 70 main gun rounds. Fast forward to today, the M1 only carries 42. That's as much as they can cram in there. And that, in my opinion, that still holds the M1 back, because restocking ammo, main gun rounds on an M1 takes the longest out of anything. Fueling, coax, 50 cal ammunition. The main gun ammo takes the longest, because I think to fill up an entire tank probably take you at least 30 minutes. To fuel up both front and rear tanks, if they are bone dry, probably 10 minutes, if that. The heat to sabot ratio on M1s is about half and half. Now with the amp round that's out, was it M1147, advanced multi-purpose round, or it's what, HEP-T, or HEP-MPT, or so they just call it HEP-T. It's a high explosive multi-purpose tracer. So the amp round, it's designed to replace heat, so M830, MPAT, M830 Alpha 1, MPAT OR, M908, and M1028, canister round. It's meant to replace all four of those. So instead of carrying, and you wouldn't, like, heat is not meant to be issued out anymore. That's why it's, what is it? MPAT is M830 Alpha 1. It's the next version of the heat round, and they both have the same nomenclature on the base of the round. High explosive, anti-tank, multi-purpose with tracer. Exact same on both bases of the aft caps, or stub bases if you want to get Mike Golf terms. So tanks would carry, on my speculation, because I've never really seen anything, my speculation would be half sabot, so that's 21. Probably 2 MPAT OR, so that takes us down to 19 available. Probably 2 or 3 canister, so we're down to 16. So that'd be 15 or 16 MPAT rounds. Anyway, cake and eat it too. So all right, so the other thing that the Army wanted originally with the M1. The Army originally, they wanted the M1A2. But the problem that they kept, and they wanted the 120, they wanted the CITV, they wanted all that stuff, but it kept costing too much and kept delaying the project. And then Congress keeps asking why we're spending all this money. Anyway, my bad, cake and eat it too. So a dual axis head assembly is what allows tanks to have automatic lead, which is what the T-80 Bravo and T-64 Bravo have in this game. And the coolest thing about it is that I can track this target all day long. And it never changes, as long as I track its center mass. But then also you can see, watch, when I grab palms, you can actually see this on the Set V2s and Set V3s. You can see the gun tube because the tank is trying to calculate lead. why that's so nice is versus the M1. Is on the M1 when you know you have a bad track. I'll do just that. Okay. You always have to dump your lead on the M1. And sometimes you don't get it right, and you don't realize you got it wrong. Like that. Pick up the pace so it stops jumping around. Oh, the update time is getting us this time. Alright, do I think the amp round will be as good as the other? No. No, actually, hell no. I think it's dumb. The reason why I think the amp round is stupid is because it relies on the ammunition data link to work correctly. So when you throw the amp round into the gun tube, you tell it what it's going to be, whether it's going to be a heat round, impact delay, or an airburst 120 millimeter. You tell it what it's going to be. But that's relying on the ADL to work, and which, as I've said before, if it's on a tank, it's going to break. And so if the ADL breaks, or not really if, when the ADL breaks, the amp round just turns into a basic heat round, and that's it. So it defeats the purpose of us buying this cool, amazing round when it relies on this very fragile system that is really not soldier proof. What I think would be the better option, and probably a cheaper one as well, would be for us to take the impact round. And this would be a replacement for M908. Because the only difference between impact and impact OR is on the end, impact OR just has a steel tip. But it still has the penetrating component inside of, what is it? It still has its penetrating capability. So they took the impact round, stuck a steel tip on it, so it'll go into a obstacle and then detonate. And it doesn't create that good of a hole. A better way to do it, in my opinion, take the regular impact round. Instead of having the penetrating capability, you just fill it with high explosive. Just cram it full of high explosive, and on the tip, instead of have it be air ground, or it's always set to ground air, you'd have it to impact or delay, and always have it set from the factory as impact. So yeah, firing on the move in this game is not 100% squared away yet. Swap over to the TTS. So while this stabilizer is nowhere near as good as the M1's, it's a little lackluster. Okay, so we have this, and we'll do one. Just a stationary target right here. Just a little bit of lead. Nope. But this is dead on almost. Right there. But even then, it's still not. I mean, you can get it to work every now and then, but it's not very effective. I'll swap over to this one. So I'll go full speed. So I can hit it until I hit a bump. It's just before a bump. So it bumped, which really should not be the case because the reticle stayed on target. We can see, even at 1,500 meters, I'm missing targets, and I shouldn't be. And it's all in the vertical plane, not the horizontal. It's like if the terrain is smooth, and we can see that, boom, stabilizes off. Alright, back out of this. So yeah, they still need to fix the update time on the M1's fire control system. Let's see. And we'll do boulder limit. A little fun. Doing pretty good, Mr. Rydex. Doing pretty good. Point Alpha is a new mission. Well, I guess you guys can see me play this one for the first time. Oh, it's a command. God damn it, command mission. Really? I know it's not a priority. It is to me because I'm quite partially on one. Quite like it. Great. I get to play Soviet junk. Using T-64 alphas going up against M1s. This is going to be great. I'm just going to plan this for 900 years. Gotta take a quick break, use the restroom, be right back. my favorite tank is in the game. No, it's not. Oh, dear Christ. What in the cinnamon toast fuck is this? Bruh. What? Well, since it's the first time me doing this, I have no idea if I should adjust anything. Objective. Holy McJesus. This is going to be interesting. Well, I'm just going to see what happens. And I am all the way the hell down here. Hey, the devs can only do so much, guys. Come on. Don't be... There's no reason to badmouth them. Come on, you guys are better than that. Am I a little miffed that the M1 is still not perfect? Yes. Am I going to constantly antagonize them about it? No. Okay.
Пулемета. На 30. Цель понял. Они нас видят.
Oh, that's an HGM.
Цель потеряна. Пулемета. Вперед. Подкалиберный.
Oh, I can't see any. Wow, that is useless.
Выстрел! Вперед! 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 Выстрел! Недолет! Выстрел! Недолет! Выстрел!
Oh, gotta love how that is.
Цель потеряна! Подкалиберным! На 30! Так! Цель понял! Огонь! Цель потеряна! Пулеметом! На 30! Подкалиберным! На 30! БТР! Цель понял! Выстрел! Недолет! Недолет! Прекратить огонь! Подкалиберным! Вперед! Выстрел! Недолет! Недолет! Выстрел! Цель потеряна! Подкалиберным! Цель! Огонь! Цель потеряна! Пулеметом на 30. Цель потеряна. МЗ. БТР. Цель понял. Выстрел. МЗ. Цель. Цель потеряна. Пулеметом на 30. Цель потеряна. Пулемет. Выстрел. На 25.
Oh my god, dude. Going to this one blind is not fun.
Кумулятивно. На 25. БТР. Цель понял. Огонь.
Oh, that's right. That doesn't work in less than 1,000 meters. So
Выстрел. Недолет. Вперед.
oh, this is going to be painful for you guys to watch this. I'm just going to be honest, because this is my first time doing this, and I am just winging the crap. Oh, it's that tow right there. Probably a bad idea. Yeah. I gotta admit, this is boring to me. Well, hi guys. Whoa!
Them there. Them there. Them there.
That's pretty cool that high explosive rounds damage your own tank.
Them there.
Oh, this is all I got. So I basically got to make this work.
Подкалиберным. На 30. Танк. Цель понял. Цель потеряна. Подкалиберным. На 30. Танк. Цель потеряна. Подкалиберным. На 25. Танк. Цель понял. Огонь. Выстрел. МЗ. Есть цель. Прекратить огонь. Подкалиберным. На 30. Выстрел. МЗ. Есть цель. Огонь. Цель потеряна.
That guy is full sending it.
Подкалиберным. На 30. Танк. Цель понял. Огонь.
Oh, that's it.
Выстрел. МЗ. Есть цель. Прекратить
Burning.
огонь.
I can't do two different ones at the same time, guys. Watch the trees whiz by backwards.
Калиберным на 25. Танк. Цель понял. Быстрее! МЗ! Прекратить огонь. Калиберным на 20. Танк. Цель понял. Быстрее! Есть цель. МЗ! Цель! Прекратить огонь.
There should be 2 more. Come on.
Подкалиберный. На 20. Танк. Выстрел! МЗ! Недолет! Выстрел! Недолет!
Short.
Выстрел! МЗ! Цель! Выстрел! Цель! Подкалиберным! МЗ! Подкалиберным! На 30! Танк! Цель понял! Выстрел! Цель! Выстрел! 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 Выстрел!
Come on. Yeah, not having laser rangefinder going up against ones. That's so much fun. Gotta love how the Soviets plan for anything is just push until the enemy runs out of bullets. Whee!
Подкалиберным! На 25! Недорёт! Выстрел! МЗ! Цель! Подкалиберным! На 25! Танк! Цель понял! Выстрел! МЗ! Цель! Цель! Прекратить огонь!
Okay, so those two are down. I don't know why they wouldn't reposition to have their frontal armor towards me, but whatever.
Подкалиберным! На 25! Танк!
What the hell are you talking about?
Цель понял! Огонь!
I can't even see it.
Быстро! Цель! МЗ! Подкалиберным! На 25! Танк!
Alright, so we're not going down this road. We're going to go, boom, over here. So once I see smoke drop, we will drive across. Stop fucking shooting.
Прекратить огонь! МЗ!
Oh! Okay. Gun launch HGM, so they're dumb. M551 Sheridan. Failure. M68-2 Starship. Failure. And then during Desert Storm, the accuracy of main gun rounds from tanks was what? 96, 97%. While the accuracy from American HGMs was 90, 91%, somewhere around there. Anyway. Not too bad of a shot. Smoked. Oh, no, we're going to include hits only. Those are rise passives. Okay. Oof. Another one. Ah. Yep. Ooh, drilled that guy. Drilled him. Man, those M1s really wanted to kill me. Even though it did nothing. Oh, they were shooting heat at me. Interesting. And then I smoked them. And that one. Short, short, short. Oh. We got a hit that really did nothing. 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 Kind of something. Nothing. Hit Commander's brain. Yeah, I think the TC's dead. Nothing. Me. And this tank took a lot of hits straight through the night sight system. That is awesome. And that was probably the killing blow. Oh. That commander has been dead. And this is where I came up in the last little bit. Smoked that guy. Oh, I hit him in the hydraulic reservoir. Interesting. Same spot. Through the ammo. Well. I mean, I've done Silver Dart with the M60A1 and the Leo quite a bit. But if you guys want to see it again, I can definitely pull it up. Alright, we're gonna make it I'll make it the passive. These guys, oh yeah. I have APDS. They have 3BM32, so I don't know how fair that's going to be. It's raining, which means my Coincidence rangefinders doesn't work. Great. Just.
Loader ready, table loaded. Cutter ready, table index.
Ooh, we have Digicam. Didn't know that was a thing back then. Gun tube over the side. Rangefinder 1600. I expect this tank to die. Which is why I turned on the smoke gen to hopefully save that tank. This won't be very exciting because I'm literally going to hide up at that tree line and be patient and wait and smoke them all right here. because due to the rain, I pretty much don't have a rangefinder, which sucks. Because I can't do a stand-up, straight-up knockout.
Gunner, PC! Reverse left! Target off! Gunner, save okay! Reverse left!
Into the tree line first, and then we shall talk about shooting.
Reverse left! Target off!
So I can't do a straight-up knockout fight like I would if I was over here, because I just die. One, I don't have the round to do it, and then two, I don't have the fire control system to do it. Where did they go? It's over 1600. At least with the dust, there's like no signature. Oh! 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 I like that. I like that quite a bit. Now I just gotta be able to see the others. Oh, there they are. I can't see anything. Oh. There we go. I can't tell what that is. What are you doing? You're burning. Oh!
Gunner, stable, tank. Identify, fire.
I mean,
Gunner in tank. Reverse right. Target lost. Gunner in tank. Identified. Fire, fire, stable. On the way. Target. Re-engage. Next target. Gunner, stable, tank. Reverse right. Next target. Gunner, stable, PC. Identified. On the way. Ceasefire. Gunner in tank. Identified. Fire, fire, stable.
So this genius decided to drive. Yeah. See how exciting is this guy? Kind of why I didn't want to do it. This is gonna have to be it, gentlemen. It's almost midnight for me. Hate to leave you on such not a great note. But hopefully we had a good stream and y'all enjoyed it.
Reverse right. On. Identified. Fire, fire, stable. He's looking at it. On the way. Over. Re-engage. On the way. Council. Re-engage. Target lost. Gunner, stable tank. Target, ceasefire. Gunner, no activating tank.
Well, anyway, that's going to have to be the end of it. I appreciate y'all watching, having a good time. We'll at least go through the shots. Yeah, that first one, pretty good hit. We got, oh, nothing. There we go, there's a kill. Nothing. Kind of something. Also kind of something. And then there's a kill. Nothing. Kill. Nothing. Kill. And there I got smoked. The gunner and the tank commander no longer exist. And he's toast. Oh yeah, that one was being weird. That one's done. That one's done. And me. I'm done. All right. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe. We're really close to 2,000. It's going to be a 2,000 AMA. But there's only so many things I can answer, of course. It's just how the cookie crumbles. But like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, so that way we can eventually get ourselves a TTS, bring that thing back to FMC status, and then shoot a gunnery with it up against most likely V3s. Maybe even the M1E3. Who knows?